thought this Father's Day it would be super exciting to teach you how to print a t-shirt that will make for an amazing gift to give to the father figure of your life. We're going to use a potato to print this t-shirt. You will need a t-shirt, tape, an old bedsheet, fork, potato, paring knife, some fabric inks, ruler, and some old sheets of paper. For the blocks, I am first drawing the shape I want on paper. I am making a 1.5 inch square, a triangle with a 1.5 inch base, and a circle with a similar diameter. I unfortunately did not have a circular object with a 1.5 inch diameter, so I am folding the paper and cutting a circle. If you have a tool to draw a proper circle, please use it. Now, cut your shapes and put them against each other to ensure that they are proportional to each other. Next, take your potato and slice it neatly across into 3 pieces. You want each piece to fit into your palm. This makes it easier to hold while printing. To carve a square, put the paper square on top of the potato and make a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch cut into the potato. Now cut around the potato towards the square and remove bits of excess potato on the top. Repeat the same procedure for the triangle. Make 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch deep cuts into the potato and then cut around the potato towards the triangle and remove the excess bits of potato. Making a circle is a bit tricky, but I'm sure you can do it. Place the paper circle on top of the potato piece. Use the pointy tip of the knife to make a marking on the circle. Next, make multiple close cuts into the potato about a 1/4 inch deep. It won't be a precise circular shape, and that's fine. Then cut around the potato from about a 1/4 inch from the top till you reach the circle and remove excess potato bits from the side. Now you can clean up the edges of your circle and make it neater. And there you have it. You have carved a circle, triangle, and a square. Now for the fun part. I have decided to print across the chest. So first place a layer of paper between the t-shirt. This will prevent the ink from bleeding from the front of the tee to the back. Now take a long strip of tape to mark the starting of the printing line. I have taped it right below the neckline of the tee, and I know I'm going to print 3 rows and hence I'm not taping off the bottom. In this video, I am using a roller or a brayer to apply the ink onto my blocks. I have applied some fabric paint onto my tray and using a brayer, I am applying it onto my tee. The first print is placed next to the sleeve joint, and from there, I am switching between the blocks. I am trying not to put the same shape right next to each other. Although I have placed 2 triangles beside each other, but they are facing opposite directions. When you apply ink on the block, ensure that the entire block is covered with ink. This will create a nice solid print. I am applying a bit of pressure on the block while printing on the t-shirt. When I reach close to the right sleeve joint, I fear that the square block might print onto the sleeve. So I put a piece of paper to catch the ink and prevent it from printing on the sleeve. You could also tape over the sleeve joint at the start to make it more comfortable while you're printing. I cut a bit of the sides of the potato because I could not see the edges of the shape while placing the block. This made it harder to judge the spacing of the blocks properly. Rachel is back from her nap and she's a much happier baby now. What were you doing? A circle? Is this a thing for Dada? Can you show how to block print with your potato? Good job, Rachel! Yay! I tried to have a conversation with Rachel on what shape I should use next. I also gave her a washed piece of potato to keep her happy while I printed. She is 13 months old and still puts everything into her mouth. It wasn't quite safe for her to play with inks yet. While printing the second and the third row, I tried to make sure that I didn't repeat the same shape that was directly above the one I was going to print. For example, if there was a square directly on top of what I was going to print, I would choose either a triangle or a circle. While printing, don't forget to have fun and take pictures with your kids and tag me on it at Amucherian. I would love to see it and join in on the fun. Once you're all done with the printing, give a cheer out and do a happy dance. I always do a dance at the end of printing because I'm happy how it turned out so well. You just printed a piece of clothing, so you should definitely do a dance. Here's the final design. Notice the spacing I left between the print and the sleeves. The spacing between the shapes is slightly loopy and not perfect, but I think it looks pretty awesome. Don't worry about the imperfections. They add character and visual appeal to the t-shirt. After the paint dries, I remove the tape and enjoy this wonderful t-shirt.